And let's get a little closer to the camera, that way you can make sure to hear us.
Okay.
It's not as good as being at the podcast, but we'll still make it work. All right, you ready?
Awesome, yes.
All right, here we go.
Do we have to have our things turned around?
Well, not me. It was an accident.
You know what you are.
I know who I am.
That's all right.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Montana Lifestyles Podcast. Now, let me tell you, I don't do this very often. I much prefer to be sitting down in our little booth with our nice comfy chairs from Farron's and, being able to sit down and really have a great conversation. But I want you to see this lady's work. And the reason why is because Liz invests her time in her friends, and I want to make sure that they see your stuff. So here's the reality of life in Montana. Things can be lonely, things can be quiet, and sometimes we just look for the next going by train to see the next bunch of beautiful graffiti that's going to go in our next work or whatnot. And that's, Liz, what you are known for. You're known for these beautiful equine pieces with all this amazing stuff that has to do with graffiti from so many of the different trains that you've seen over time. You mold it into your paintings. You got these beautiful fillies and all this work. How's the show been for you so far?
It's been wonderful and uplifting. I know my work is different. I know a lot of people come around the corner and kind of go, but they don't go, ugh. They go,
No.
Oh, and
Exactly.
they've been leaning in, and that's very.
Doesn't that feel great?
It's very reassuring for me because it is different. I think people kind of have to get used to seeing it.
And the reality is we're selfish, and so when someone comes by and that normal face, like we see from everyone as they're walking around, suddenly turns into a smile,
Yes.
or suddenly turns into a laugh, or those expressive eyes happens, that's the reward in itself.
Absolutely.
Yes, we want to make the sale, but the reality is when that happens, our job is done because we've already hit the emotional part that's so important
That's a
to us.
very good point.
You know?
Absolutely, yes.
And that's the thing. Every time someone walks by my booth and they get a laugh at one of the pieces that I have over there, all right, I feel good again. I've done something successful, and your work is gorgeous. It's incredible.
Thank you.
And I want to make sure that everybody has a chance to see it. By the time this gets out, I hate to say this because I love everything about what we get to do,
I know.
but the show will be done. So let's get your social medias out there so that people know where to look.
Oh, thanks. Pearl Snap Contemporary Equine. So it's pearlsnap.contemporary.equine on Instagram, and Pearl Snap Studio, Liz Chappie-Zoller on Facebook, and then pearlsnapstudio.com for my website.
Yes, and she is very gifted at so many different options. I mean, she does it all, and so any size, any spectrum, and I know that her heart is absolutely incredible. If you haven't gotten to meet her in person, you're missing out. So please take the time to get in touch with her and see if something of hers will inspire you. And let me tell you, it'd be a great gift for your kids. I think of a young lady who would probably love half this stuff,
Oh, it's fun, and I think it actually. You don't necessarily have to be a horse person.
No.
Each of them have their own personality, and for me, they're fillies this March after a long gray winter because they're playful, and I'm ready for spring and life and energy.
Yeah, we're ready for that reblooming feeling, that reawakening, which is why we come here, because all of our friends are here. And we just want to see our friends in the same way. This is the reward in itself.
I feel like you're very right. Yes, absolutely.
So once again, Pearl Snap Studio. Look her up on Google and all the other sources and on the social medias.
Yep.
And thank you so much.
Thank you too. It's my pleasure.
Good. Folks, as you know, we're brought to you by Johnson Madison Lumber. They've taken very good care of my little podcast. 300 years of experience when it comes to anything woodworking, building your future dream home, whatever the case may be. They'll take very, very good care of you. Big thanks to Treasure State Lifestyles Montana Magazine for sponsoring the podcast, and oh so much more. All the amazing shows that were here. The Great Western Show. I already miss my friends, and we haven't even left each other yet.
I know. I feel the same way.
That's the nature of the beast. But thank you so much for taking part in all these videos with us. It's been a wonderful experience, and we will always see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, folks.